Hello everyone, and this is my basic overview of the actual experience of being at the TNA event, or the TNA Bound for Glory event tonight. First of all, before we even got in there, the guy who took over for Don West for like selling everything, he came before they opened up the doors. He came out and started pitching basically everything that they had on sale at that at the concession booth there. Their brown paper bag deals, what was in the brown paper bag deals, the new items that they had on there, the replica championship belts. So that was a nice little added touch and made you feel a little bit more interactive with somebody from the company at that point in time. So that came off extremely nice, at least in my view. All right. Now inside the event, I'll basically talk about the arena itself. The GCU Arena, the Grand Canyon University Arena, is actually a nice little arena. I mean, it's what they have built in there for the arena is extremely nice, considering it's supposed to be like a small school in general. So the actual arena, the seats were quite comfortable. They weren't too cramped in. You had at least a little bit of room in between each person, not too terribly bunched, but you had some. There wasn't a bad seat in the house. You were able to see regardless of where you were sitting at, and in general, it was just really easy to see anything you wanted to see there, because it just was everything. Like the ring was right there. You could see the entire staging, and it was all well placed when getting inside of there in general. For the interactions with the fans and everything like that, it came off just like being there live. It came off just like watching on TV. We were a lot of us were loud. We were doing chants all night and getting things going. There was, like, during the main event, if you saw some people just like at a point in the match just started standing up and looking in a different direction, and it was because there was a fight in the arena at that point in time. So obviously that was going to pull a little bit of attention from other people at that point. But in general, if you watch my review about the pay-per-view beforehand, I thought the entire show was great. If there was only one small complaint that I would have, and it's probably just my own personal touch. They advertised the whole pre-show before the actual event, which of course aired on Spike TV, and if you were watching at home, you did get to see the entire thing. The only thing the people in the arena got to see was pretty much the Hulk Hogan interview, and then the Austin Aries tidbit afterwards. There was no, like, they didn't show any of the video packages for the event. They didn't show whatever the fans' choice pick for the match that they were going to watch. They didn't show that on their screen at all. Maybe even, I guess in my own personal opinion, maybe during that time that they're showing the fan pick match, maybe have a dark match for the fans to watch if they weren't going to be showing any of that. But that's a small little tidbit there, in my personal opinion. But like I said, pretty much the interactions were really nice, and everything you saw on TV, you pretty much got you would get the gist of actually going to the event live. This is my first time being able to go to a Impact Wrestling event in any way, shape, or form, and they did a really good job in my mind. Most of the arena was filled up, with a few little seats, here and there, not being filled, and of course where the cameras were, the seats there weren't going to be filled to begin with as well. One nice interaction that I definitely did see while there, just Dixie Carter's interaction with the fans. She, like right before the show was going on the air, she was down in the bottom section of basically on the floor seating, shaking hands with fans, taking pictures with fans. Basically, they would basically let anybody who was even sitting in the upper section of the show come down and take a picture if they wanted to. They had a pretty good line there for that as well. So overall, for the entire event, I felt they did a really good job on everything. if there was anything that I would have personally changed, it would have been that time during the pre-show. You had about an hour beforehand, and most of the time the fans weren't really doing anything at that point. But like I said, that was a small little tidbit and a small little complaint that I had about that. Otherwise, great experience, great show. Very good job, TNA. I was thoroughly impressed with everything you did for the setup and everything for the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you